Hello, welcome back to Teas Veggies. So we had some rain this morning, so everything is looking great. So let's just look around, see what things look like. So I transplanted these dill. They were really small. I transplanted them in these pots, and they seem to be doing really nicely. And then I have an eggplant here. This one is not doing as well. And then these are several peppers that I will be transplanting out. And then I have some empty pots. I did put some dill, but it didn't take the transplant very well. So these are just some peppers. And then I put some of the dill over here where the parsley was all alone. So they seem to be doing well. I lost one here. So those are doing great. And then this squash is starting to flower, but that's a male flower. So when we have the stem that's straight like that without a fruit below, that's a male flower, so that won't produce any fruit. So for now, we don't have any flowers that will produce fruit. And as I said last time, I think that this is a cucumber. And then another squash plant here. It's kind of shaded out, so it's not doing that well. Here's another papaya, or papa, as we call it. And this I transplanted in here so that I could give it away. But the other day I saw some chicken in the garden and they rooted it up. So I just push it back in the ground because these are easy to make roots. So they abuse the plant a little bit. So these leaves are in a state. So I'll just put these to compost. Oh, and then here, I didn't even show that I planted some potatoes, some Irish potatoes, so they're starting to sprout. That's great. Normally there are only like 4, so in this area here I don't see them sprouting, but then again the chicken had their way in there also. I can't remember exactly when turmeric is ready to be harvested, so sometime I'll just dig around in there to see if they're ready to do anything. This pepper I showed already is doing great there, and that scallop squash is dying. So the gratin, or broadleaf thyme, gratin is how you call it in French. This basically is the plant that I took that piece from to put in the pot. So I'll just have to look for another area with roots like this and cut it and put 2 more pieces to sprout, because there are 2 more people that told me that they need a piece, because you could cook with it or you could make tea. It makes good tea. And then the seedlings. So these were all the newly planted seedlings. So we have some sunflowers coming up here, top crop bean, sugar pie pumpkin, Napa cabbage. I have a lot of cucumbers that I have to get out because, yeah, the roots are out of control. So that means They definitely need to be transplanted. I took out the radishes because they weren't doing anything. They weren't bulbing or anything. And all of these peppers, Hungarian sweet wax pepper, Purple Beauty, Cubanelle, Jimmy Nardello, Santa Fe Grande, California Wonder, those came up nicely. And then we have all of these cucumbers and watermelon. This is Black Diamond watermelon, Mantra cucumber, Space Master 80, Market More 76, Armenian yard long cucumber, Ashy cucumber. It's starting to get a little leggy. So actually leggy is when they're kind of reaching for the sun, so they're a little long. I have to get them out of there. The corn came up really good, but I have to get them out as well. Yeah, there you go. Here's a nice root system. So in the coming days and weeks, I have a lot of work ahead of me because I'm trying a succession plant. So as soon as I take stuff out of these starting cells, I try to put more because our growing season is basically all year. We don't have winter. We have wet season and dry season. Those are our seasons. Someone else from the islands can differ, if anything. These are some marigolds, some kale. All these things need to come out. And then these I transplanted recently, so those are melon and cucumbers. And these I planted out on Saturday, I think. So nothing is sprouting as yet. And then in this pyramid bed, so I don't think I've ever really showed the whole thing. So after Hurricane Irma, the roof went and we repurposed the roof, the wood from the roof actually, to make this bed, my dad and I. So the eggplant, there's another squash, the peppers, the cucumbers. This one I tied this up. So we had these strings that we had here. So I tied this one up because it was flopping over a little bit. I don't have any to tie these. I tried to clip off the lower leaves so that they don't touch the ground to get infected. And then over here, these are supporting themselves actually. I'm just waiting. Oh, there you go. I was just about to say, I'm waiting to see if you'll start to see something looking like a flower. And there you go. That's exciting. It's very exciting. And then this squash is getting flower buds. No flowers open as yet. So over here, I put in lots of beans. I lost one here because every hole was filled. So I lost one there. It's okay. I have enough plant to refill. This dill is the only dill that's doing well. The ones I had over in these holes didn't do well, so I got rid of those. Well, they died actually. And here we have our flowers starting on our bean plant. So soon we'll have some small beans. And these are peas. So essentially I want them to climb up these strings. So I'll have to try to shift them into that direction. There are a few more peas here. And my spinach was doing well until some animal decided to grate the the bottom of the plant. So now the leaves are looking droopy, but I'll still save them. That's okay. These papayas continue to grow. And coming around the papaya. Okay, so I don't know what went on over the weekend, but this was full of leaves. This was an okra plant. I have no idea what happened. And then here I have another bean plant flowering. This okra has been this way for I have no idea how long. Although I had fertilizer under this weed fabric, I don't know what's going on in that corner. Probably not enough of it. And then I put in some peppers all along here. On this side, I still have to put a weed fabric, fill it up with some soil, and put the weed fabric, because everywhere else has a weed fabric. I popped in some small tomatoes there and some peppers, and I have some turmeric and some dill. This is a mustard green, I think. This is a pak choy. So basically that's what's going on. So as we continue throughout the month, I'll keep you guys updated as to how everything's going. And of course, the usual story, I'm always losing plants too. I don't want to know what animals, but there's always chicken running around. I just came here, saw a cat running around, and I don't have any pets besides the parrot that keeps making noise in the background. So this was full of young papayas. Let me see if I could show you what the chickens do. Okay, so there they dig up the soil. They just make holes all over, and basically they disturb the roots. Here there's evidence of them being here too. They did the same thing here, and that's why I put a weed fabric over the weekend. So they just continue digging everything up. So that's what's going on in the garden for now. Thanks again. And as I said, we'll keep up to date as to what's going on in the garden. And if rain continues to fall, I think that'd be a good thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the video here. It's very hot. It had rain this month, but now it's hot, like really hot. So I'm gonna leave out here. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Bye.